Yes, children. So we have seen two reactions, two chemical reactions of sulfur dioxide with basic solution with the halogens. So our third reaction is sulfur dioxide is acting like an oxidizing agent. So what is the role of an oxidizing agent? An oxidizing agent should oxidize the reactant and itself should be reduced. So what happens in the reaction here? Sulfur dioxide on treatment with the hydrogen sulfide, your sulfur dioxide is reduced by hydrogen sulfide to give you elemental sulfur. So what happens here? Sulfur dioxide is reduced to sulfur by means of the reducing agent H2S, which is nothing but your hydrogen sulfide. So the oxidation of sulfur dioxide followed by protonation, that is addition of H plus, this is going to result in the production of sulfuric acid. So I am just summing up the last reaction where your sulfur dioxide is oxidized followed by the hydration. This is used to produce sulfuric acid. Okay, it is used to produce sulfuric acid. So now moving to the last property, that is the last chemical property with iodine. We have already seen the chemical property of sulfur dioxide with chlorine, where that is nothing but halogen, where we got sulfuryl halogens like sulfuryl chlorides we got. Similarly, when sulfur dioxide reacts with iodine, you will be getting sulfuric acid and hydrogen iodide. We will be getting sulfuric acid along with hydrogen iodide. Next, with potassium dichromate. This is a very familiar reaction. So potassium dichromate reaction is used to test the presence of sulfur dioxide. Say for example, when I pass sulfur dioxide gas to potassium dichromate, then the color of potassium dichromate changes from orange to green in color. So potassium dichromate is converted to chromium sulfate. So it is changed from orange to green in color. So this is a test to determine the presence of sulfur dioxide. Moving to the properties. So when sulfur dioxide is moist, that is when it is hydrated, it acts like a reducing agent. For example, here in this reaction, it converts iron 3, that is ferric ions, to ferrous ions. So Fe3 plus is converted to Fe2 plus, where ferric is converted to ferrous ion. So second reaction, it decolorizes potassium permanganate. In the previous reaction, we saw the color change from orange to green in color in case of potassium dichromate. So here what happens? As a reducing agent, when it is hydrated, its first reaction is it is converting ferric to ferrous form and it decolorizes your potassium permanganate solution. So this is a very convenient test to determine, or to, this is a reaction to test the presence of sulfur dioxide, where you have got sulfur dioxide, magnesium oxide plus water give rise to sulfate, water and Mn2 plus. So it decolorizes acidified potassium permanganate solution, which is a convenient reaction to test the presence of sulfur dioxide. And as we all know about SO2 hybridization, see, this is a reaction about SO2 where it belongs to sp2 hybridization. So it belongs to sp2 hybridization. We all knew that carbon attached to single bond is sp3 hybridized and carbon attached to double bond is sp2 hybridized, and carbon which is attached to triple carbon attached to single bond is sp3, carbon attached to double bond should be sp2, and carbon attached to triple bond should be sp hybridized. Yes, so as per our concept, see, this is a double bond which is nothing but sp2 hybridization. There are some exceptional cases too. Moving to the uses of sulfur dioxide, as we have seen the last application of sulfur dioxide as a reducing agent which helps in decolorizing potassium permanganate solution. So our first use is basically concentrate the reducing action of sulfur dioxide, where sulfur dioxide is a reducing agent. So it is used as a bleaching agent as well as a fumigative. It's used as a food preservative. Okay, it's a reducing agent, it is used as bleaching agent, fumigant as well as a food preservative. And when you use large quantities of sulfur dioxide, that will be used in the manufacture of sulfuric acid, as we have seen. So the oxidation of sulfur dioxide followed by your protonation resulting in the production of sulfuric acid. So next uses, as we have seen, it is used for bleaching wool and straw. It is also used as a disinfectant, and liquid sulfur dioxide is used to purify petroleum products. So liquid SO2 is used to purify petroleum products. And next topic will be preparation of sulfuric acid by contact process, which we can see in the next session. Thank you, children.